I'm the Enchanted Garden Coordinator for the Howard County Library System. The Enchanted Garden is located at the Miller Branch on Frederick Road. Have you ever tasted just picked green beans? Green beans are one of the tastiest summer vegetables. I have good news for you. You can grow green beans. Today, I'll share best practices and demonstrate how you can grow green beans in a container. Growing green beans in a container is easy and rewarding. Simply follow a few guidelines for planting dates, location, containers, growing medium, seeds, water, and fertilizer. Green beans like warm soil and sunshine. In Maryland, they are best planted from mid-May until mid-June for summer harvests. Plant beans in July and August for a fall harvest. Many gardeners plant multiple crops so they get a continuous harvest. Green beans need sunlight to grow and produce. Find a space that gets 6 to 8 hours of sunlight a day. Containers can be purchased at your local garden center, or you could recycle something you already have. Ceramic pots, storage tubs, even a reusable grocery bag will do. Do be careful not to use a container that held anything considered toxic to people or plants. Today, I'm reusing a nursery pot. Green beans need containers that are 8 inches or more in diameter and depth. Any smaller, and the roots will not have the room they need to grow. Bigger containers will allow you to plant more seeds, but will be heavier if you plan to move them around. Make sure your container has drainage holes. If not, make holes. Place a saucer underneath your container. This will allow you to collect water to reuse on your plant. The saucer will also protect the surface of your deck or patio. Growing medium is the term used for what your plants will grow in. Choose your medium wisely because a container has less available space for roots to go in search of the nutrients and water than in a garden bed. One of the best options is a commercial potting mix or container plant mix. A quality mix will be lightweight and airy and contain some fertilizer to supply nutrients to the plant. Ingredients to look for include perlite, compost, pine bark compost, coir dust, and fertilizer. Sphagnum peat moss is also a popular ingredient because it retains moisture. The problem with it is that it's not a sustainable resource. Moisten your potting mix as you fill the container. When you first water your planting medium, it consolidates or shrinks up. So moisten as you fill and you'll get a better sense of how much you need. Fill to about 1 inch from the rim. Now we're ready to plant beans. There are many different kinds of beans. Green beans are immature beans that when picked young are tender enough to eat raw or cooked. But they're not all green. There's yellow, green, purple, even speckled varieties available. Green beans come in bush or pole varieties. Bush beans are considered dwarf beans and a good choice for containers. The plants grow to 1 to 2 feet high. Pole beans are climbers, reaching 6 or more feet. They require trellising. Today I'll be planting Royal Burgundy bush beans. The seed packets will provide planting information for planting depth and spacing. The directions call for planting our bean seeds 1 inch deep and 4 inches apart. I'll mark the spots with these sticks. Next, I'll use my finger to make a hole 1 inch deep. Last, I'll drop in the seeds and cover with soil. Your potting mix needs to be consistently moist for your seeds to germinate, so keep an eye on your soil and water a couple times a day. As your plant grows, it will need more water. This is a bean plant I planted a few weeks ago. The best way to tell if it needs water is to feel the potting mix. If it feels dry, it's time to water. Another way is to stick your finger into the soil about 1 to 2 inches deep. If you don't feel any moisture, it's time to water. And the best time to water is in the morning before the hot sun heats up your container. Most likely, you will need to water daily and sometimes twice a day during the warm summer months. Water at the base of the stem. Water slowly and deeply so the roots will seek out water and grow deep. Water until water begins to seep out your drainage holes. Most potting mixes will have fertilizers that will feed your plant for a period of time. Check the label to see what your potting mix is meant to do. If your potting mix does not contain fertilizer, you will need to add fertilizer when you prepare your container and periodically as your plant grows. An all-purpose fertilizer, such as this granular one, is a good choice. The ingredients will be available in small amounts over a period of time. Fish emulsion is another good fertilizer to use. Fish emulsion provides important ingredients like nitrogen to your plant immediately. You mix it with water and use it when watering your plants. Whatever fertilizer you choose, do read the directions on the package. Growing green beans in a container is fun and rewarding. A few basic materials and some tender loving care, and you'll have fresh, delicious green beans in 50 to 60 days. Thanks for watching. Happy gardening!